What it do? It's your boy Illuminated D, and you know what I'm saying? We back with the another one. The first thing that I want to do is thank you to everybody who's liked and commented. And to all the subscribers, Pops and I want to let you know how much we appreciate you. For you to come and spend your time with us and consume the content while we understanding that you have busy lives. Thank you and bless. So today I wanted to come and talk to you about doing what it takes is hard. I seen this real motivational quote, and basically the guy said, "You think that we got here by no reason? You think that we really got here because we didn't put no work in? You really think that it just happened out of thin air? Like somebody just became a billionaire out of thin air. They just became a millionaire out of thin air." Now you do have those moments where people win the lottery, or they got a hit song and then it just blows up on the internet and they get a deal, or I think maybe those are like, or they inherit it, but those are probably like the only three. You know, there's nowhere in history that it ever said that being successful was easy. And then everybody who was successful, I think what a lot of us forget is that they had trials and tribulations. Even though they're at their level, everybody has their trials and tribulations. So because they have their trials and tribulations, you may be able to beat the financial game, but you can't outrun life. And when life lifes, it lifes. And it does it to everybody differently, but we're all in the same circumstance. So when I said doing what it takes is hard, I say that because while we're on our journey, trials and tribulations are to be expected. And a lot of times it happens in the craziest way, and we don't have the answers to even fathom why. And we always try to ask why. But I started learning is that in life, we all make decisions. We all make decisions. And in our decision making, there's consequences. Either they're good consequences or they can be bad consequences. And if you do have decision making situations where the consequences weren't as reasonable or as likely as we would like them to be, sometimes you got to take it on the chin and keep it pushing. But always put your best foot forward regardless of the circumstance, regardless of the mistake that might have been made, if the mistake can be mendable. So I think it's one of those things of always trying to stay with your best foot forward, crossing your T's and dotting your I's to ensure that you're always on the right playing field, or at least close to it. So when there is damage, it's not all the collateral and everything. It's just, it might have been a hiccup, and then you just get back on the horse. I think that's what it's all about, is realizing that it's not always easy, and we're all challenged in our own ways because life has a way of teaching us. Like Pops, man, he said something, and I never thought I would ever say that, but life does definitely have a way of humbling you down. You can be on the toppest mountain, but life always has a way of humbling you down to teach you, especially when you lose sight, especially if you're tapped in with the universe, especially if you're tapped in with God. God has a way of always humbling us down. Life has a way of humbling us down. The universe, teaching, learning, always has a way of humbling us down to show us where we're weak at and where we can grow to be better and to grow our strengths up. But then I started looking at it like, yeah, those things are hard. But I was with my cousin and we were talking to some multimillionaires. Like, we were sitting in their house. They invited us over. We were catching a vibe, catching a wave. They don't even drink. They invited us over to their mansion. Very well taken care of. Very nice. Very nice. And they were millionaires because they made their wealth through creating stores and helping other people create their stores through a multi-chain marketing strategy, allowing people to sell products that we use every single day on a daily basis on their own platform, and teaching people how to get other people to invest into them, which is basically investing into everything that they already use, which such a great strategy. And I thought it was amazing. But he said, don't you hate it when it's like you're on cloud 9 and then it just feels like, oh my gosh, my tire, frick. You could be on your last band. And then he started breaking it down to me and telling me that pretty much you don't have to live like that. They said if you could shovel shit, okay, they pretty much said if you can shovel some shit, you feel me? Shovel that would you rather shovel for $10,000 or would you rather go and work your job right now? And every single one of us said that we would shovel that for 10 bands. For 10 bands. Yeah, almost every single person. So I just want to tell you that it's all about learning to accept life as it comes, learning to be fluid, learning to be patient with yourself, understanding that it takes time to learn. Like, learning in itself takes time. As much as nobody likes to believe that, learning in itself definitely takes time. So understanding that it takes time to learn, it really takes time to learn. And learning can take a year. Learning can take 6 months. You can learn as you go. I know Papi Chulo Dreaded always says, learn as you go. You know, put in the work as you're doing it, because as you're doing it, I can coach you. So I think it's all about really just making it happen, and regardless of the trials and tribulations, having faith and believing in yourself and believing that you have the ability, regardless of your circumstance, to manifest yourself into the universe where abundance is absolute. Because we all want to be successful, we all want to be somewhere in life. But in order to do that, you got to do something that you ain't never done before. And that's the reason that we doing this right here, right now. Everybody be blessed, be safe, we out.